Hello. I had this thought. I think we want to be remembered. And I see these people online and they're making videos of themselves doing like random things. Um, Cleaning houses, detailing cars. And I watch them like many others do. And I thought, why? Why do we feel the need to do this or to watch these? And I thought about how the tree falls in the forest, and then we wonder, if no one saw it fall, did it fall? And of course it did. But the thing is, if no one knows that it fell, no one remembers the effort, the life, the death of that tree. And in the last video, I talked about my mom and how she passed away. I was a little emotional, and that's because she died in July. And so here we are in July again, almost to the anniversary of her death. And do I remember her? Yes, I do. I think the thing is that we need to remember the people that have gone before us. We need to remember our past selves that have gone before our current self too. If you look in your mind, if you can see in your mind a bunch of chapters, like in a book, like stairs, and each step is like a past year of your life, and you, instead of being weighed down by each step, you are stepping up, up, and building on your past self, because you remember who you were and you learn. And I think that is one of the big problems with most of us, is that we don't remember. We go through life, we repeat the same problems over and over, and we don't remember, and we don't learn. And that is a key issue. So I wanted to talk about that, and also that if we don't remember our past selves, they become a weight, and they hold us down into place. We can't progress. We can't become our true self that God knows that we can be. So I want to tell you a story about this. For a long time, I thought I was a secondary type person. Of my whole sibling group, I was the only one that really struggled with math and spelling, school in general. I had to do triple the amount of work to just get a decent grade. It was sad. Anyway, so my whole life I thought this. I'm just kind of a secondary kind of person, And then I go to my son's voice lesson, sitting there listening, and she was asking some details about us, his learning style. And I mentioned that he has some dyslexia. And she said, "Oh, that's a superpower." And I'm like, what? I've always struggled with my brain and how it works different, and it just doesn't cooperate very well sometimes. And she said, "Oh, dyslexic can take things in their mind and move them around three-dimensionally, and they can see things like that." And I just always thought everybody could do that. And I realized, since me and my son both have some dyslexia, and I have dyscalculia as well, I just thought everyone could turn things around in their brain. they can't. And it's like, wow, okay. But it was just such a revelation to me, a switch in the way I saw things, that I suddenly could see my whole life when people would not understand how I would explain, say, an art project, or when we built our house, I was the general contractor. And during that process, I could see in my mind, three-dimensionally, and on a timeline, what needed to happen, when, and it was very, it made sense to me. I could do it. I don't ever want to do it again, but I did it. I did it very well. And I think it's because of the dyslexia. And so when I look at it that way, it becomes not a weight, but a stepping stone. It becomes that weakness that Jesus takes and makes into a superpower. And I think this is very important to understand, that all of our weaknesses, if we bring them to Jesus and say, you know what, I don't know what to do with this, please help me, He will. Lately I've been saying, praise God. Praise God that I have dyslexia. Praise God that I have a hearing loss that is really quite fun sometimes. Praise God that I can't hear people so well, that I have to try and focus on the person in order to see what they're saying. So don't talk like this, because I will not know what you're saying. Praise God that I have that ability, because now when I am praying to God, I have that ability to focus on Him, because I want to hear Him and what He is saying. And praise God that I am broken, because when I rely on Jesus, I can be made whole. And isn't that something? And here we are, all broken people. Everyone. And we are all superheroes waiting to happen. I challenge you to praise God this week. Come up with some of the worst things in your life and say, praise God. Praise God for my husband's years of alcoholism. Praise God that he is sober now. Praise God that he is kind now. Praise God that I have some pretty mysterious illnesses that are making it really hard for me to figure out how to get better. Because now I pray a lot more than I used to. And I listen. Praise God that God is talking with me and helping me to figure these things out. Praise God that my YouTube channel is small and I can figure things out as I am learning how to do things. Praise God, because He's got it all figured out and we are just watching here on the front row. I love you all. Have a good day. Bye-bye.